I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Bro, he goes across the fuck. And I'm dead. They put him on the farthest fuck. Just short. No, I'm a fucking idiot. What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. As you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the time walking mage tower coming out in 9.1.5. It actually comes out a month after 9.1.5 comes out. 9.1.5, they came out with the release date yesterday, I believe, and it's coming out on November 2nd, which is going to be sick. It's going to be the soft cap AoE changes, more quality of life changes, and freely covenant swap. We're going to be able to swap covenants freely. Basically, you can swap whenever you want. No time gating, 2-week time gating bullshit that we've been having to deal with for the past year and a half. So honestly, it took me about, I don't have an actual pull counter for some reason. I had to use DBM because Bigwigs didn't have a module for the mage tower, so I was using DBM. DBM for some reason wasn't tracking how many pulls I was doing, but it was easily 60 pulls, and I was just grinding it straight on stream for like 6 hours straight, pretty much. It was pretty nuts, but it was fun. While we're on the topic of grinding the stream, I'm live on Twitch. Want to check me out? Links in the description. Drop by when I'm live, say what's up, we can chat. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. Right now it's probably a little overtuned, considering all the restrictions we have, that and like the gear that we can use and the abilities that we can use inside of the mage tower, which we're going to talk about that pretty soon. So first, I'm just going to show you the transmog that I did receive from completing it. It doesn't look too bad. I really like the color scheme, but I think it could look a little bit better. Besides the helmet, it looks like someone threw a fucking axe in our forehead, or a shark fin or something. It looks decent. So next, I'm going to be showing you the build that I used in the mage tower and the gear and trinkets and everything that I used. So talent wise, basically the average demonic build besides Fell Eruption. Fell Eruption is a must have. You need that 4-second stun, because Zaylane, I forget his name, I forget how you say it, the guy that you're facing in there, he constantly casts Frostbolt or Arcane Barrage, or another ability called Power Draw Power, something like that, and I'll talk about those abilities here in a second. So next, we'll be looking at the gear. Gear doesn't really matter. Everything gets scaled down to item level 50. It doesn't matter what item level it is currently. Once you walk into that mage tower, everything is scaled down to item level 50. So that being said, anything 50 and above or around that range, you have a ton of options to pick from, which I didn't really choose anything special. I just used the Heart of Alar from Sun King and Castle Nathri just for the cheat death, and it does a little bit of damage. And then I used Ticking Sack of Terror. For some reason, it scales very well in time walking. As you can see, it did 8% of my damage. Yeah, almost as much as our main ability, Demon's Bite, which is pretty nuts. Vein Rippers, obviously, it was pretty shit. Didn't do much. This is actually in phase 2, actually. Hold on. In phase 1, it did a little bit more damage, but yeah, you have a ton of options to pick from. The main things you're going to want to focus on to make this easier on yourself is using your BFA Cloak and Heart of Azeroth. I don't have a rank, I think it's rank 13. Is when you get the stat proc on your cloak and Heart of Azeroth. So you need rank 13 on your cloak. Mine's like rank 1, it's not anything. So these two are really good to have. You can't actually use your essences inside the mage tower, but it's really good stats. And the cloak with the Heart of Azeroth, you get the primary stat proc, and it's very good. So those restrictions I was talking about, we'll take a look at those really quick. Mage tower time walking gear rules, written restrictions, and patch 9.1.5 making a time walking gear set. We're probably not going to look at that, but I'll show you all the restrictions here. So you can't use any covenant abilities, so you can't use the hunt. You can't use Soul Shape, all covenant signature abilities, you cannot use them. Shadowlands legendary effects, you cannot use them. Soul binds and conduits, cannot use them. Shards of domination, cannot. Azerite traits, nope. All essences, nope. Legendary ring procs from WoD, legendary metagems from MoP, You cannot use those, and it doesn't say it here. When I tried it, I tried using this legendary. This is actually a legendary from Legion, and for some reason they don't say it on their post, but for me, the Legion legendary did not work. So I'm assuming, I don't know if that's a bug, if it's intended or what. Yeah, so for right now, you cannot use Legion legendaries and Legion content for whatever fucking reason. It's kind of a stupid decision if you ask me, but you know, I'm not the fucking dev here. So anyways, these are the legendary not restricted content. A bunch of legendaries from Wrath of the Lich King and Kata. I'm sure there's more that you can use, it's just not listed here. Consumables, you can use pretty much any consumable. You can use Legion consumables, BFA, any consumables you want really. But I just ended up using the Shadowlands consumables. So down here, there's a best gear for Mage Tower time walking. I don't know how they figured this up. I don't know if they did some type of custom sim or what, but sure, I guess. I'll leave a link to this Wowhead post in the description of the video. If you want to check that out, copy this build or read through it yourself, you can do that. But anyways, here I'm going to show you all the abilities, how I dealt with them, the phases, the intermissions and everything like that. I'll tell you how I dealt with them, what they do. So first off, every time you got to deal with this guy's RP. Here I'm looking at my talents, regretting my life decisions. So like I said earlier, he's just going to constantly cast Frostbolt. This is why the stun is really nice to have. You basically just want to interrupt it on cooldown in this phase. So here is the first ability that he'll do in the first phase. It's called Razor Ice. A bunch of icicles come down from the sky, and as demon hunters we don't really have to deal with them. So you can literally just double jump and dash out of it like I did there. You don't have to deal with them. So here is the third set of Razor Ice, and this is where I found Chaos Nova to be the most useful. I would use Chaos Nova here. I didn't really need to this time because I was pretty healthy. When you use Chaos Nova has a 30% chance to spawn a soul fragment. As you can tell, you know, there's a lot of icicles around here for Chaos Nova to hit. So you pop that with all these icicles and you're guaranteed an instant full heal. It's the best way I found to deal with this this first frost phase is what it's called, I guess. Here, once you get him to around 65%, 66%, he'll phase into the Arcane phase. And as you can see here, Arcane Annihilation, what this is, basically he goes invisible and he spawns a bunch of clones. So here's the mirror images. It's a bunch of clones of himself. He goes invisible, and you can see at the top right here, there's a yellow dot on my map, and that's where he is. He's invisible. All you have to do is just get to him as fast as you can. If you want to take it slow, you can kill one of these mirror images and a bubble will appear. It looks like an AMZ bubble, and you can get inside the bubble. It'll heal you to full. You can make your way to the next one. You can wait for your Fel Rush to come off cooldown. The bubble will get smaller until it disappears though. So basically what my strategy was for this is to just go to the middle of the room before he casts Arcane Annihilation and just save 2 Fel Rushes, and you can just Fel Rush straight over to him. Don't know if yeah, just like that. I kind of screwed it up this pull. This wasn't my kill pull. As you can tell, it's this video goes on for a lot longer. So in the Arcane phase, he'll start casting Arcane Barrage rather than Frostbolt, hence the Arcane phase. So this has a longer cast time. It's 3 seconds rather than, I think, 1.5 seconds for Frostbolt. You just interrupt this when you can, stun it. And next, he'll be doing Shadow Barrage during the Arcane phase. And he'll cast this every once in a while. Basically, it's really easy mechanic to dodge. Just these balls spawn behind him and they all come towards you, and you just gotta get through the cracks and dodge them and try to stay next to him so you can keep that uptime and keep the damage up. Draw powers here. You need to interrupt this as fast as possible, so you need to save something for it. Either your disrupt, your imprison, or your stun. You just gotta have something for it. Basically what draw power does is he's drawing power from the little eye thing in the middle, and it gives him a damage buff basically for every second he's channeling it, and that never drops off. So you want to interrupt that immediately. If he gets a full draw power off, you're probably just gonna want to wipe it up. You're probably just gonna be wasting your time. So after the first draw power, he'll do another Arcane Barrage, and then he starts blinking around the room. And I'm pretty sure it goes in that order, kind of. He'll do Arcane Barrage, Shadow Barrage, then a draw power, then he'll blink, and I'm pretty sure it does that 2 or 3 times depending on how good your damage is. So to get through the first phase, you need to get Xylem down to 10%, and he'll start this little RP, and it's a little intermission where you can eat food and you can pop a tome to change your talents if you want, and you can change your gear. You can change basically whatever you want. I was gonna swap in a file of putrefaction for my Heart of Alar, but I ended up forgetting about that. So the new stage, the second stage, he spawns this big corrupting shadows, I believe is what it's called, corrupted shadow, something like that. And this guy has a decent amount of health, pretty much just a burn phase. There's really two mechanics that you have to worry about, and that's it. You don't really take a lot of damage. But here I saved my drums and my second meta and my pot. So you can see this little pool under him. This will spawn one time, and this pool will gradually over time take over the entire platform, which happened to me a couple times because I ended up not saving Lust for this burn phase. And the one time I actually did save Lust, I killed it. So that really helps a lot. You definitely want to save your drums for this last phase. But yeah, this pool of darkness shadow stuff, you definitely don't want to stand in it. It does a ton of damage when you do. And this is the only other mechanic that you really have to deal with is Seed of Darkness. Basically, he'll channel this beam on you, and you're going to want to run away from him. And 3 ads will spawn. You got to burn these ads down. If they reach him, they'll heal him. Basically, 1 will almost full heal him. So you just want to burn these down as fast as you can, and then he'll start running back to you. And the strategy I went with for the dealing with the pools, I basically just stayed on the edge of the room and kited him all the way around, and that's pretty much it. It's just a rinse and repeat of running away with the Seed of Darkness and not stepping in the pool. This phase is super easy. You just gotta pump the damage out. That's why you want to save your Lust. You'll get a second meta, so you can meta on pull in the first stage, and you can meta as soon as he comes out. You can get another meta in here. I think I did, but it's only for like 1 or 2%, and doesn't really matter if you have it or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let the entire video play when I stop blabbing on, and you can check out the actual kill. Yeah, if you have any questions, any concerns, you know, if someone wants to tell me how bad Venthyr Demon Hunter is again. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Hit that bell, get that notifications, you know. Yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Here's the kill that I ended up getting. Peace. Oh god, it's closing quick though. A 5k. I'm about to have meta back up. Oh, this is it, dude. This is the kill. This is it, dude. Let's go! Finally! Holy shit! Holy shit.